Welcome back. Another round of quarters. I have to ask, what is your favorite ice cream? I love a lot of different kinds, but Tillamook is the only one that still says ice cream. I was looking 2022D. Just looks like a thick brim. I was looking the other day and it says frozen ice dessert or something like that for most of them, but Tillamook still said ice cream. So, and I don't remember when the change happened. I remember hearing about there being a big thing about ice cream names changing based on the percentage of what it was in. I don't see it, but set aside. Or it wasn't like necessarily ice cream, but going down the aisle was the first time I actually paid attention, and Tillamook still said ice cream. So good for them. I do appreciate that. I don't appreciate the price point, but it is so good. The others have a hard time keeping up with it, I guess. Let me know. What's a good brand you guys enjoy? Because I know there's a bunch spread across the U.S., different dairies and local and $65s are killing me. Where's the 64? Yeah, let me know. I'm curious if you guys noticed the change in the branding for the ice creams, or you guys don't really pay attention if you don't have a sweet tooth. That's $186. And if you don't have a sweet tooth, what do you indulge in? For me, it is a sweet tooth, ice cream and chocolate. Don't know why. It's just so good. Of course, we're keeping an eye on those mint marks. We've already found one W in the box. There could be more, so we are definitely looking at that. Pulling out anything else we find interesting, may have errors that we want to take a closer look on. Like this, the wheel supposedly has an error. Oop. My fingers just had an error. Yeah, just trying to pay attention to that. There's probably way more than we'll ever know. Because as most of you guys know, I usually do halves. Been hitting a lot of duds. Hit 6 boxes in a row, all brand new. Picking up more. Should be in. But wanted to go through something that I could hunt. And so I picked up some quarters. I'm glad I did. Box already had some success, so. You never know what you're going to get when you roll in. The box was supposed to be here already, but there was a mess up with the order, so it got delayed. But it's all right. I can't complain when I don't have to pay for them to order it. You know, and I'm pretty much, whenever I show up and ask them to do it, they'll do it for me. So they're not going to hear any complaints from me. If I have to wait a week or whatever, I'll do something like this, just pick something else up so I can go through it. Keep moving, right? No point getting down. But when I went in there and found out that they weren't ordered, and the teller was telling me that they've had a rough day with people just being mean to them. Like, what's that about, guys? And they hit people with the per policy. That's never a good sign when you gotta hit somebody with per policy. We're not doing it. That means they've been disrespectful the whole time where you want to break out policy. Just to ensure you tell them no. But also, still can't get over the fact that you're going to be mean to people that hold your money. That to me is wild. You know, that to me is crazy. But we live in a different world now. Heck, I watch videos of people get upset because somebody held the door open for them. So I got to check the back of that. Like, what? Courtesy? Out the window? You ever do something nice and somebody not wave, though? Or not give that thank you? Nod or whatever? You're just like, man, I shouldn't have done that for you. Shouldn't have done that for you. Occasionally that goes through my head. Of course, it's always after, but it's like, if I could go back and redo it, I would close it in your face. I wouldn't have, but, you know, be nice to people. You know, spread kindness. Spread a thank you. Spread positivity. Spread a West Point mint mark. Yeah, let's spread positivity. I mean, heck, most of the people are losing money today or in debt, fighting to make it. Let's not make it harder on each other. That'd be my message. Kansas. Yep. I see the T. I do think I did find an Ingavi Rust coin, but the R is also missing. So it's like even worse than traditional. When I get the box of halves, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to alternate or do like a couple then switch. Because I do need to finish going through the quarters, right? Don't want just $500 quarter sitting around. I mean, it's definitely less than that now, but so I do need to continue going through them, especially since I have the boxes, and not wait till another I can't get a huntable halves moment to run through the quarter. So we'll see what I do. Luckily, I am not restricted by anything. I do. Ooh, that's a nice Nebraska. I'm not restricted. I can do whatever I want. It's a good thing about not being monetized and not caring and just doing it for shits and giggles. I'd still go through coins even if I didn't record it. I just wouldn't talk to myself as much. It'd just be interlog in my head. Some of you probably think that's would be a better thing, but hey, whatever. Let's see. Bunch from the 60s. That's interesting. See how like the lines go across? Let's set that one aside. I'll think about that. Still can't believe we did pull the West Point still. It's wild. Yeah, you don't think it's gonna happen, and bam, there it is. So, question for everybody out there. You guys morning people, night people? I mean, I feel like everybody should be a midday person. Some people just aren't I want to be awake people. So if you had to say you're a morning, evening, night, or morning or night, which one would you go with? I used to be a night. I'm definitely more morning now since work. I can't stay up for anything anymore. Used to be able to just stay up. No, I mean, that's not true. Some days it's hard to get to bed, but just so much going on. But have you guys experienced that at all? You guys night people and you go into work a little bit later just to be able to stay up a little bit later. So I think it's interesting because I was having a conversation with the wife about, bedtime with the baby. And, she was like, well, eventually, we're going to want to put him down to sleep at 7, 8 o'clock. Well, she said 7. We're trying to get her to bed by 8 now. I said, that's just sad because at that point, some people, they only see their kid for 2 hours out of the day in the evening, and that's their bedtime. I know it doesn't last forever, but I don't know. I might come from a different generation where I wanted kids because I wanted to be around them, and I didn't want, them to be in daycare or anything like that. And so, raise our own kids. Fortunately, blessed enough to do that. But there's also some sacrifice with that, right? But we knew that going in. I mean, vacation may not come as often. That's okay. Home should feel like the vacation spot. But I don't know. Ooh, I haven't seen 2023. I think that's a new one for me. I mean, I know it's part of the series, but yeah, let me know. And of course, there's definitely situations where if they were to occur, we would have to have 2 incomes, but we're trying to plan our best for not. Oop. I'm seeing some like not as circulated nice coins. Another bicentennial. I don't know why I put them aside. I just do. It's a habit from the halves. I don't plan on keeping them, but I'll plan on getting rid of them. I might put them online. People like them. I like ooh, Kansas coming up. Got a chance. Got a chance. Of course the AC kicks up. Oh, nope, full trust. Alright. I had a weird week with the weather. It was like 80s from the 60s, and then dropped back down to 80s, and then high winds, and you just never know what you're gonna get weather-wise over here, which is hilarious to me because I always say we have like 6 winters, and it just depends on which one you're in is going to be the last one. You know, we'll have each season within a week, sometimes in a day. It's wild. But like winter's never truly over until it's 90-degree weather. And it gets crazy. Like I remember as a kid, we used to every couple of years get like a week off because of the snow. Get like a blizzard. Of course, we still can't handle snow. If it snows, shut it down. People don't know how to drive. People still try and weave in and out of traffic, and then you go a mile up, they're on the side of the road, crashed. You know, there's a lot of people around that did grow up with it. But it's not necessarily you, it's everybody else, right? You know, even if you can drive, doesn't mean the person beside you doing the same thing can. And I see a lot of that. Nice looking Alaska. I was gonna say, watch that one be a West Point. Such bad shape. Yep. Just the eagle. Alright, $100 up, $100 down. Got some potentials. I'm gonna clear these out. Well, at least these three. And we'll keep on going. These aren't too big, and we're not finding too many states with Wisconsin or Kansas. And we'll see what we can keep on finding. I'll catch you guys in the next one.